What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Alignment Football. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 tips to be able to dress for any weather that hits you. Okay, now tip number 1 is really simple. Check the weather report. And not just one weather report, I'm talking if you got an iPhone, check it on your iPhone. Then also go on and check the weather network. Then, check around. Because I found that my iPhone weather is way different from I found on the weather network or whatever. So check at multiple and as many different networks as you can to see if you can kind of put it all together and see hopefully what the weather will be like. Number 2 is understand where you play. If you play on a plane and there's not a lot of wind, you know your surroundings, you know you're probably going to want to dress lighter than opposed to heavier. But for me, we played in a valley beside a river, so it was always freezing down there most of the time, especially when the sun started to drop and that kind of stuff. So understand the time of year and know where you play and learn to dress accordingly. Number 3 is dress in layers. If you have a base layer, then another layer, and then a thin layer. So if you dress in 3 thin layers opposed to 1 thick layer, the more layers and thinner layers you dress in, the easier it is to accommodate. Now, another good thing about dressing in layers is, say if you're a starter, you can easily rip a layer off after warm-ups when you start to really get the blood flowing. If you're a guy that's on the bench, you can dress up in more layers. They say they're going to put you in, you can take a couple layers off to get ready. And also the weather can change, can move all over the place, especially where I'm from. So layers is a great option. Okay, now the next is buy the essentials, and then you can start to broaden out all your different apparel. So start with, you need a base layer of something like a cutoff or something like that. Then you'll need something like a thin long sleeve, and then depending if you're getting colder temperatures, cold gear, something for, has like an anti-rain coating on it. Those are the essentials. Maybe a balaclava if you live in a really cold like I do. Gloves to go underneath your gloves, thin gloves like that. Those are the essential items that you'll need depending on your conditions. So get the stuff you will need, and then if you still have money in the budget with your parents, whatever left over, then you can start getting other stuff like arm sleeves. You can get the really thin tights. So start with what you need, and then you can broaden out to kind of fit your style. Okay, now the last tip is, if you're gonna think you're tough and you don't need sleeves, do not be that kid that complains. There's nothing worse than seeing the kid when it's minus 20 degrees outside and there's a kid in no sleeves and his arms are bright ass red and he's complaining about it. There's nothing worse than that, because it's like you're complaining about it, but you didn't even try to resolve the issue. If you don't want to wear sleeves, you want to send a message that you're tough, whatever, do not be the guy that complains about it after. Stick it through, it might get in your head. Also, the more you complain, the more it's actually going to feel cold. If you just ignore it, you be tough, you ignore the cold, it's not as cold anymore. So definitely use that to your advantage. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with your friends, especially if you live in a cold place and they're new starting out football. This is a really helpful video. Again, as always, like the video because that is a big help to me. If you like these shirts, wait till the end of the video. You want to contact me in any way, again, wait till the end of the video. And as always, thanks.